Greetings everybody and welcome back to Hoshizora no Memoria. It's December 4th, Tuesday. The warmth in my arms had disappeared after I woke up. I wake up after fumbling around me only to find nothing. After looking around, I find her. Yume is standing by the window. Seems she's gazing outside. I've seen her like this during my visits. It might have been every day. There isn't much sunlight because this window is facing west, but the surface of the sea glitters incessantly. The room brims with crimson during sunset. My eyes meet with hers when she turns her head around. I can't see her expression properly through the window reflection, but it seems that she is grinning embarrassedly.
危なかったな。危なかった。危機一髪だね。
What?
さっきね、タオルで体拭いてたの。
She speaks shyly.
ヨウくんが寝てる間に済ませようかなって。
Which means she was taking her pajamas off right beside me.
昨夜はヨウくんのせいでできなかったからね。
Because of me?
何か違う？
No, she isn't. But there is nothing to be embarrassed about now. Her cheeks blush.
デリカシーの欠如だね。
I meant that as a joke.
ヨウくん、子供の頃と同じで女の子に疎いままだね。
I just said I was joking.
昔の思い出、またなかったことにしようかな。
Sorry. She nods in satisfaction.
そうだ、挨拶忘れちゃった。ヨウくん、おはよう。
Good morning.
ちょっと変な感じだね。こんな風に挨拶するのも想像してなかったから。
She seems happy while saying that. What time is it?
7時半だよ。
This late? Sleeping in this late is unimaginable.
いつも何時に起きてるの？
6.
結構早起きなんだね。
Yeah, because I have to prepare breakfast.
ヨウくんが作ってるの？
We don't have anyone else doing it.
ちなみさんは？
She turns anything you give her to dark matter.
相変わらずなんだね。お母さんの家事、今でも手伝ってるんだね。
You always help. Yume knows about our family circumstances. I told her when I was little. But I haven't told her that she passed away.
ちなみにね、6時に検温があったんだよ。
Did the nurse come by?
ヨウくん寝てたし、私から測りに行ったから。
Seems like they still haven't found out yet. I hear a knock on the door.
多分朝ごはんだ。そろそろだと思ってたから。
I should hide, shouldn't I?
ごめんね。
Nah, I had it coming. I crawl under the bed immediately. After exchanging a few lines, I hear the door closing.
ヨウくん、もういいよ。
Yume was placing the tray on the side table just as I crawl out.
ヨウくん、ほこりまみれ。
Same with last night.
落としてあげるね。
She pats my shoulders and back. I dropped by after school yesterday, so I'm still in my white school shirt, which I was also wearing when I was sleeping.
ヨウくん、お風呂入ってないよね。
Well, no.
バッチーね。
It's not as if I have a choice.
バッチーママ私を抱いたんだね。
Sorry.
綺麗だったよ。
Make up your mind already.
ヨウくんの体、私が拭いてあげようか。
Who would have thought she'd offered to do that?
新しいタオルあるから、お湯もあるしね。
She heads to the sink before I get a chance to answer and gets ready efficiently. She brings the basin filled with hot water and a towel.
はい、ベッドに座って。
Wait a minute.
座る前に裸になってね。
There's no way I'm going to do that. I don't need wiping.
で
Wiping.
も、バッチーよ。
Too bad.
バッチーのに私を抱いたんだね。
Sorry.
綺麗だったよ。
Just what does she want from me anyway?
でも、今は綺麗じゃないからね。病室では清潔にね。
In that case, I can do it by myself.
私がしてあげる。
No, I can manage by myself. Just let her do it. What's the problem?
責任取ってくれるんじゃないの？
What's that got to do with this?
拭かせてくれなかったら私の病室に侵入者がいるって悲鳴上げながら廊下を駆け抜けるよ。
That's mean. Now she's threatening me.
恥 恥ずかしがらなくてもいいんだよ。
You have no sense of delicacy, you know? Delicacy?
私にもしたんだからおあいこだね。
Fine, then if you will.
素直なようくんは好きだよ。
My heart misses a beat at the word love. Now that I think about it, I've said that to her quite a number of times, but she's never said it to me. Actually, we are not officially a couple. I've already been rejected once. Maybe I've got the sequence messed up. Maybe I should confess to her again.
それじゃあようくん脱いでね。
Is just the shirt enough?
恥ずかしいならそれでいいよ。
The sound of me taking my shirt off. After wringing the towel in the basin, she gets onto the bed. With my upper body exposed, she sits down while facing my back.
背中大きいね。
She touches me gently with a finger. Although the room is air-conditioned, it's still chilly because it's winter. Her finger feels much warmer.
成長したんだね。
She starts wiping me down from neck to shoulder, and uses a different towel to wipe my face. The warm water also wipes away the cold.
はい、腕上げて。
After raising my arm on my side, she wipes my upper arm down to my wrist. After wetting and wringing the towel a number of times, she finishes the backside of my upper body.
おとなしくしてたね。偉いね。
She touches my back with a finger again. Not just her finger, I also feel her hair and her brow. And she slowly wraps her arms around my chest. Yume. She bites my neck. What was that for? She licks me this time. What are you doing?
食べたくなったの。
You've got breakfast, haven't you? And now a kiss.
綺麗になったよ。
She whispers near my ear. Her swellings are pushing against my back, reminding me of her burning skin from last night.
それじゃあ次は前だね。
No, I can do the front myself.
あん
Ouch, 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 don't bite me. No, leave my ears alone. Don't lick me.
ゆうべ意地悪されたからいっぱい触られたからお返しだよ。
Saying that, she breaks off from me.
前拭いてあげるからこっち向いて。
I turn around and embrace her. I seal her lips. We embrace each other from the front. We look at each other from up close.
不意打ち
I was returning the favor.
生意気だぞ。
Our lips move towards each other. We repeatedly kiss each other with light pecks.
よく丸だね。
Am I?
朝からこんな
Can I push you down?
調子に乗りすぎだぞ。
After giving my forehead a flick, she pushes herself away from me.
朝ごはんが終わったら薬飲まなきゃだから看護師さんが食事を片付けに来るときに持ってきてくれるの。よくんその時はまたベッドの下だね。
I see. I'm going to get dirty again.
ようくんが止まったなんてバレたら久垣先生になんて言われるだろう。
Being the third time, he'll probably unleash the demon within.
その時はお願いね。
I'll do my best to avoid that, but I will defend at all cost.
ようくんの低層を
What are you saying? I'm defending your chastity.
どうやって？
I will shield you behind my back.
私に背を向けたら噛みついちゃうかも。
Why am I the bad guy now? I get up and pick up my shirt. I put my uniform on.
まだ全部拭いてなかったのに。
That's enough. More importantly, finish breakfast.
そうだね。半分こしよっか。
Don't mind me. You eat.
ダメ。ようくんも食べるの。
I'm fine, really.
お姉さんの言うことが聞けないの？
Nope.
素直じゃないようくんはゴミ箱にポイするよ。
Please do. Don't bite my ear. Don't bite my earlobe.
一緒に食べよう。
No. Stop biting. Don't lick it. Don't lick my neck either. She kisses my neck. Yume. Just as I'm about to kiss her, she pushes me away.
ようくん、食べるのは私じゃないぞ。
You're the one who started it.
私を朝ごはんにしたら食べられましたって悲鳴上げながら廊下を駆け抜けるよ。
That's the equivalent of tormenting me before finishing me off.
ようくん、男の子なんだからたくさん食べないと。
Fine, but you have to eat lots too.
妥協点？
Yes.
頭でっかちなんだから。
After finishing breakfast, I hid under the bed when it was time for her medicine. Afterwards, Yume brings out a toothbrush.
ようくん、どうぞ。
What's this for?
歯磨きしてないでしょ？使っていいよ。
She brushed her teeth after breakfast. Wait a minute.
ん？
Isn't that your toothbrush?
使っていいよ。
Are you sure about this?
汚いから嫌かな。
Definitely not.
よかった。
She shoves it into my hands. It feels as if we're living together. No, we wouldn't be sharing the same toothbrush even if we were. I stand in front of the sink with Yume's toothbrush in hand. She's standing by the window and looking outside. After a while, I go back to where she is.
歯磨き終わった？
Yeah, thanks.
どういたしまして。
I didn't use the toothbrush. It's not that I didn't want to use it. I couldn't. Staying overnight, having her food, and now this. It's simply too shameless. I can't become a suitable man for her if I always get spoiled like this. But if I tell her that, she'll probably just scold me again.
ようくん、朝ごはん少なかったんじゃない？育ち盛りだし、足りなかったら買ってきていいよ。
Buy food?
中央病棟の1階に売店あるから、行ってきていいよ。
Wouldn't I get caught walking around at this time of the day?
もう診察時間始まってるし、外来の患者だって思われるだけだよ。
It's around 8 o'clock at the moment. Yume Misaka should still be deserted. The students should be in their first period. Normally, I'd be one of them.
お金ないなら貸してあげるよ。
I do, but I'm not going to the shop.
いいの？
Yeah, besides, visiting hours haven't started yet, have they?
そうだけど。
Then if I went to the ground floor, I wouldn't be able to come back. She doesn't reply. I'll stay here.
無理してない？
Nope.
本当かな？
If you're tired, I'll leave.
私は関係ないよ。
But to me, everything has something to do with her. You don't have to lie down.
ベッドに座ってるだけで十分。
She pats the spot beside her.
座る？
Sure. Resting our shoulders against each other, we look outside the window. The weather is great. Unlike the dryness of the city, it feels somewhat humid. Exchanging a few words every now and then whenever something comes to mind, we continue to look at the scenery outside. I felt a hint of envy in her gaze. Want to go outside? She looks at me in puzzlement at my words. Want to slip out, just like we did before?
夜になったら？
No, during the afternoon this time.
昼って。
The weather's great. If you're feeling well, want to take a walk together? She has a torn expression.
できないよ。
You can.
私が廊下歩いてると看護師さんが声かけるし、玄関出ようとするとガードマンが飛んでくるし。
I've got an idea.
私をさらう考え？
Yeah, a secret plan to kidnap you from the hospital. Well, are you up for it or not? Will you take the hand of this kidnapper? I extend my hand out to her. Appearing astounded,
本当に男の子なんだから。
she grabs onto my hand.
生意気な男の子なんだから。
I decide to leave her room for now. I need to make preparations. It's still before noon, too early for visiting hours which begin at 1. I was afraid of raising suspicion from walking around in my uniform, but it turned out to be a needless worry. There weren't many people out and about in the West Ward corridor in the first place, so I didn't pass anyone. I leave the hospital through the West Ward entrance, avoiding the Central Ward. After doing some shopping at the shops by the nearest train station, I return after finishing the preparations. By then, visiting hours had started. I head for her room calmly.
ようくん。
She happens to be having lunch.
おかえりなさい。
Thanks.
戻ってこないかもって思ってたよ。
Sorry for taking so long.
あれ？
She finally seems to have realized.
ようくん、私服に着替えたんだ。
Yeah.
家に帰ったの？
Nope, I bought them at a shop near the train station. The shop at the hospital doesn't stock everything I need, so I had to go all the way to the station. After changing into the clothes inside the store's dressing room, I stored my uniform in the lockers outside the station. Since it's a weekday, I can't exactly walk around in uniform. And I also got this. I hold up a handbag. The other things I bought are already inside.
それが、ようくんが言ってた秘策？
Yeah, it's a tool for kidnapping you.
そのバッグに私を入れて持ち運ぶとか？
Exactly. I'm pretty sure you won't fit.
ようくん、ご飯は？
Not yet.
ようくんの分、残しておいたよ。
She holds out the tray for me. Her lunch, which she'd only finished half off. Are you going to bite me if I refuse? Standing beside me, she wraps her arms around my neck and draws her body closer.
こうやって、いろんなとこ噛んじゃうぞ。
I can feel her breaths near my ear. I wrap my arms around her back. Her breasts squeeze up against my chest.
こら、食べるのは私じゃないぞ。
Can I push you down?
ダメ。
She slowly backs away.
私のことをさらうんでしょ？
I nod. How are you feeling?
大丈夫。
Can you get a change of clothes?
この前の服しかないけど。
Since we're going outside, we can buy some if you want. She doesn't reply. I can give them to you as a present. Unsurprisingly, she doesn't answer. She simply has a lonely smile. I speak whilst opening the bag. When you change, put this on too. I take out a hat and jacket, then pass them to her. The plan is simple. She would wear the hat to cover her face, and with her new jacket, we'd slip out of the hospital. After finishing the lunch I was given, I wait in the corridor for her to change. After getting ready, we head off together. We passed a number of people on our way to the entrance, but it went fairly well nonetheless. We make it outside without getting called out by anyone. She heaves a sigh of relief after shoving the hat and jacket back in the bag. It was easier than I thought.
玄関通るとき、ガードマンに声かけられるんじゃないかってドキドキしちゃった。
They had their eyes on us, but they didn't call out to us.
この病院、セキュリティ甘いのかな？
Speaking of which, Hibariko is like that too.
ひばりが崎の特色なのかな？
I think they need some serious reform.
でも、私は好きだよ。都会に比べてのんびりしてるこの街が。
I feel the same. A land where time flows gently. I wouldn't mind if it stopped altogether. I wouldn't mind if these moments where I'm together with Yume like this were eternal. Well then, Yume, I stick out my hand. I'll take you somewhere nice. She rests her palm on my hand.
お姫様を救出した王子様。だね。
The place she wants to go to is the lookout. I suggested that we take a taxi, but she refused. I didn't want to wear her out from the climb up Yume Misaka, but she still remained stubborn. We take a train from the station to reach our destination. Do you really want to walk? We alight from the train and pass the roundabout. The hill starts just ahead. We'll have to walk past my house and Hibariko's school gates before arriving at the lookout. She looks at the long road ahead of her, with the same gaze she has when she looks out her hospital room window.
歩きたい。子供の頃みたいに夢見坂を登りたい。ようくんを初めて案内した時みたいにドキドキしながらこの坂を登りたいの。
This time, she's the one who offers her hand instead.
だから今日はお姉さんが連れて行ってあげるんだよ。
When our hands touch each other, she gives me a squeeze and smiles. After walking a while with our hands held, we pass by my house. Yume,
どうしたの？急に止まって。
how are you feeling? Are you tired?
もう平気だってば。心配性なんだから。
We can take a little rest if you want.
どこで？
Here! I point to her the house on the side. This is my house. I lived in an apartment back then, but this was where I was born.
そう。ここがヨウくんの家。
She glances up. She stares at it as if burning the image into her eyes. Want to rest for a little?
家族の人とかいないの？
There probably is.
じゃあヨウくん怒られちゃうよ。本当は学校行ってる時間なのに。
They're so nice they'll let it pass. They'll definitely welcome you.
うんうん。
She shakes her head.
ヨウくんの家族には会えない。
Why's that?
まだ会えないよ。
She holds onto my hand even more tightly. Then when?
わからない。近いうちに会えるかもしれないし、ずっと会えないかもしれない。未来を知るのは宇宙を知るより難しいからね。
She walks off, so I could only follow. Her steps were slow yet firm. I don't see any signs of her being tired just yet. But if anything happens, I'm ready to call a taxi or ambulance. The school gates come into sight. She stops, and like what she did by my house, she gazes at the school building. Despite saying she hated school, she actually likes it. I suspect that's the case with her childish mind back then.
みんな授業中かな。
Lunchtime is over, so probably. I don't see anyone. It's quiet around here.
ここにサボってる不良がいますって大声出したらどうなるかな。
I'd make a run for it.
私を置いて。
I'd take you with me, of course.
手を引っ張って。
No, I'll pick you up.
お姫様を誘拐する悪の王子様だね。
Someone might find us suspicious if we stay here too long. We have to walk a little more before we arrive.
向かわないとだね。
We might not get caught if we go inside on a weekend. I'll show you around Hibariko next time. I wanted her to nod. However, she only smiles. She continues to avoid making any promises for the future. After passing the school, the hill becomes increasingly steeper. Her steps have also become heavier. Even if she appears to be composed, there's no way to hide the noticeably slower pace. Want to take a break?
もうちょっとなんだから。
Her rough breaths appear white in the cold air. Even if the breeze is cold, it's warm where we are connected. I can feel the sweat in her palms. At times like this, her body temperature makes me feel worried rather than relieved.
見えてきたね。
We arrive at the fence after a while. We stand in front of the obstruction on the path.
迂回するんだよね。
Yume. I pull her back as she's about to enter the thicket of trees.
どうしたの？
Stay still for a moment. I embrace her. Her high body temperature, the rough beating of her heart.
ヨウくん。
After mustering my resolve, I lift her up. Light as a feather, I felt that during our embrace last night. Take a proper rest once we get there.
ヨウくん。
Stay still, okay?
これお姫様抱っこ。
Well, I am a princess kidnapping prince.
下ろして。
Not happening.
お姉さんの言うこと。
Nope.
生意気だぞ。
Because I've grown up. I start walking with her in my arms. She holds onto my clothes tightly.
強くなったんだね。私のことを簡単に抱えられるくらい。こんなつもりなかったのにな。情けないな。これじゃあ失格だね。ヨウくんに甘えてもらえなくなっちゃうね。
I proceed carefully so the branches don't hit her. Yume doesn't struggle. She remains silent with her eyes down. I want her to rest, even just a little is fine. After passing through the trees, we are greeted by an open field. We've arrived at our destination. I can hear the rustling of the vegetation and feel the freshness of the air, and the fading blue in the sky. Once the sun sets, there'll be numerous flickering stars. This place of our memories always greeted us like that.
昼の展望台も変わってないね。思い出の中のまま何も変わってない。
After letting her down, she walks forward a little before turning around.
変わったのは私たちの関係かな。
Has our relationship really changed? In what way?
さあ、どんな風にだろうね。
She uses her hands to stop her hair from being blown around by the wind. The wind blows in between us. She narrows her eyes whilst maintaining distance from me. That relationship. Can I be the one who decides what sort of relationship it's changed into?
それはどんな関係？
A couple. Although my first love was torn apart. Although I was rejected once already. But I like Yume nevertheless. Wait, no. My love has only increased. I can tell. I like her more than my childish self did. I love her. I was able to convince myself that. Yume, please be my girlfriend. Please go out with me. In the end, you're the only one I...
ごめんね。
The fierce wind blows our hair into a mess.
いくらヨウくんが私を好きだと言ってくれても、私はヨウくんを好きだと言えない。ヨウくんとは付き合えない恋人にはなれない。
My swaying fringe blocks my vision, reducing Yume's figure to a mere outline, like an unreachable cloud. That's exactly what Ototsu Yume was. Like a flower that has yet to be plucked, her existence is ephemeral.
ヨウくんはもう優等生になれたから、私の仕事はもうおしまい。
Your job?
次は私じゃない誰かに甘えるんだよ。ヨウくんならそれができるから。
Unreachable even when I reach out. Even as I try to embrace her, she slips away. Have I missed my chance again? Have I let go of the very same person I didn't want to let go?
私帰るね。病院に帰るね。追ってこないでね。お姫様抱っこなんてしたら噛むからね。一人で帰ることくらいできるから。私も強くなりたいから。
She walks past me. I turn around. Her pace was slow yet steady. I can't walk beside her even if I want to. I don't have the power to stop her. That's what her steps are telling me. She doesn't need help. She doesn't need my power. She's made that clear to me. I see. I thought I needed her, but if Yume doesn't need me, it must be unrequited love. We aren't united. We are not meant to be together. The distant boundary line between us hasn't fallen. In that case, it's only natural to get rejected. Letting go is my only choice. Mare watches from the shadows as he stands rock still. Yume is now out of sight. Huh, she's here although it's daytime. Mare was invisible as she followed Yume with her eyes. But she's there. She just chose not to appear as materializing during the day, and this dimension requires certain conditions to be fulfilled. Certain conditions? She was listening in on Yume's confession and knows the result. She knows that he is heartbroken, and she makes a decision. She has to do it. If her promise with Yume is still valid, this is something she should do. The reason she is hesitating was because she came into contact with Yo. As the variable has no limitations on the wavelength spectrum, the solution would always be riddled with errors. She felt irritated and her heart wouldn't stop throbbing. The conclusion she came to had a lot to do with wanting to hit him on the head. But perhaps it was time to reach a different solution. After confirming that Yo and Yume's feelings do not cross, she came to this decision without a choice.
よくんのバカバカ
Those words didn't reach him. Mare, who had remained invisible, had disappeared.